Good evening, Miss. I picked the second about ano contemporary world issues. I make my own title, and my title is about the unemployment of the people in the Philippines. So the Philippines is in healthy economy with an unemployment rate of about 5%. The employment the employment rate in October 2017 was estimated at 95.0%. In October 2016, the employment rate was 95.3%. In July 2017, the total population 15 years old and over was estimated at 70.2 million, wherein the number of persons who were in the labor force was reported at 42.5 million. This placed the labor force participation rate, or LFPR, at 60.6%, which means that 6 in 10 of the population aged 15 years and over were either employed or unemployed. This is a big social problem in the Philippines. It has to be looked at 2 points of view, at least in my opinion. There is unemployment because there are Filipinos who does not want to work, preferring does not want to work, and to wait for dole outs from the government and or remittances from their relatives. Working, living abroad. This is more of an indolent mindset brought about by the nature of Filipinos to support relatives and loved ones. So, makaingon man jud ta sa uban nga kanang nadyo yung mga inahang tao nga magsalig sa mga ginikanan or kanang magsalig sa gobyerno nga nanay maghatag og mga relief goods, mga kwarta pod na. So there is unemployment because those who wanted to work, those who have college degrees cannot find suitable work locally. This problem should be tackled with carefulness and resolved from all sectors involved. For example, the educational system should emphasize love or work. The notion that work gives dignity to a person so that he will strive to find work and not be dependent on others. Second, the government should strengthen technical education and make it merit-based in order for a student to enter college or go to a university. Third, the government should spend more in sending bright and intelligent students to study abroad via a government-to-government arrangement. Fourth, the government should encourage agricultural-based type of work. There are almost as much empty lands all over the Philippines that just a little effort will surely yield nice harvest, be it vegetables, fruits, or any edible crops. Fifth, the church should teach about love of work and being productive member of the society. That's just me speaking about a topic that I can relate to based on my experience and I see in the outside world. So, before we solve the employment problems, let's cover some of the root causes that might lead to this concern. So, quality of education. I always observe that educational system in the Philippines is centered on memorization rather than application. Underdeployment labor that falls under the underdeployment classification includes those workers who are highly skilled but working in low-paying jobs, workers who are highly skilled but working in low-skilled jobs, and part-timers who would prefer to be full-time. Don't look further. Take a look to our quality nurses. Structural unemployment. Simply said, mismatch on what company are looking for to what the applicant can offer. What is the main cause of unemployment in the Philippines. So the main causes are lack of education, especially those people from the countryside. Cost of education is expensive in the Philippines. Not to mention that children do not start any government education until the age of 6. So also, you have to consider that to get a job in the Philippines, you must attend a medical, get clearance papers from the local police to show you're not a criminal, and this cost have to be incurred by the person applying for the job. So if you don't have the money in the first place to pay for this, you can get a job. So how would you solve the unemployment and underemployment in the Philippines? So for me, open the doors for foreign investors 100%, not 60 to 40 of the percent constitution. So we should learn this from Singapore. They remove restriction against foreign investment when they become independent. The issue in the Philippines is that rich oligarchs and local businessmen control the government through election campaign contributions. Even Christian sects do black voting during elections, then collect after. It's not corruption that is the main issue. It is political immaturity. After all, when did the Philippines become a nation? Not in 1946 when the Americans granted independence, with all strings attached. As late as today, the Americans influenced Philippines government policy. Had the Philippines won its independence from Spain in 1898, and the Americans did not intervene. So then the Philippines would have been an older nation, 118 years old today.